The holidays are just around the corner, and I have my classy Henny infused candy apple. That's right, I have the best infused candy apple right here. So what are you waiting on? Let's get started. DIY Queen Diva. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell button to keep updated with all of my videos on the weekends. Today I am going to use the 411 recipe, and the things you will need will be 4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of corn syrup, and I use Cairo, your Wilton's white or any type of white of gel food coloring, and 1 cup of water. And the reason why I am adding white at the beginning is so that I can get the true color that I am trying to achieve. So you always want to put 1 or 2 drops of white in your mixture before you add your food coloring, the food color that you're going to use, or your gel color. So let's speed this up. I'm going to go ahead and put 4 cups of sugar in my pot. Add 1 cup of water. Add 1 cup of corn syrup. I am just trying to make sure I'm getting all of my corn syrup out. Add a teaspoon of vanilla and a couple of drops of your white gel coloring. Okay, go ahead and give this a quick stir, and we're going to put this on top of the stove until the candy mixture reaches 300 degrees. Okay, so while my candy is cooking, I am going to prepare my apples that I've already cleaned. And if you do not know how to clean your apples, I do have a video on how to strip the wax off of your apples, so I'll go ahead and put that up. So I'm getting my Hennessy bottles, my classy Henny, and I am just going to screw the apple on top of the Hennessy bottle. So just watch. I take my apple and I am going to place the apple upside down on the Hennessy bottle and just screw the apple on top of the bottle. So let's just move these apples over and get prepared to screw the apples on top of the Hennessy bottle to make infused candy apples. So just pay attention here. You see how I am screwing my apple on top of the Hennessy bottle. So you just screw it on, and you need to make sure that it's tight and there is no liquor coming out of the apple. So you're going to turn it upside down to make sure you do not have any leaks. Okay, so I'm going to get another apple here and show you how to infuse your candy apples. Now these are big apples, so I may have some juice pop out of the apple when I cork it onto the top of the Hennessy bottle. So just watch. Make sure you take your caps off and get your apple, turn it upside down, and screw the apple on top of the Hennessy bottle. This is a big apple, and some juice popped out of the apple because these are really big apples. So I'm just going to get a paper towel and wipe around the bottle. So if you have really big apples, there's a possibility that some of the juice will pop out of the apple when you screw it on. You just want to make sure you have no liquor or Hennessy, whatever liquor you choose. Just make sure you don't have any seeping out of the apple. So right now I am getting this apple juice cleaned up off the apple before I dip, because you want to make sure you do not have any apple juice or any liquor on your apple when you dip into the candy. So I'm going to do a few more here, and then I am going to show you guys how to do bows again, because some of you guys are still having a hard time getting the bows together. So I'm going to show you how to do bows again. So turn your apple upside down. Go ahead and screw the apple on top of the bottle, and make sure the apple is secured on the bottle, because you do not want these to fall off while you're dipping your apples. And again, you do not want these to leak. So you need to turn it upside down to make sure you don't have any leaks. Go ahead and take your cap off and screw your apple on top of the bottle, and then you're going to turn your apple upside down to make sure you're not having any leaks. Okay, go ahead and take your cap off and screw your apple on. It's just a repeating process. Turn your apple upside down to make sure you don't have any leaks or any apple juice. If so, get a paper towel and pat it dry, because again, you do not want any juice to be on the apple when you're getting ready to dip. Okay, so I am going to do one more. Okay, go ahead and take your cap off. Screw your apple onto the bottle. Make sure it's secured, and you're going to turn your bottle and apple upside down to make sure you do not have any leaks. Okay, so they look perfect. Now our next step is to work on the bows. Some of you guys are having a hard time with your treat bows. I have a video I am going to post up. Look at the top of your screen. I have posted the tutorial on how to make a fancy bow. So you can look at that video any time of the day and learn how to make a fancy bow. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. So let's just gently move this over to the side and get our material for our bows. Of course, you already know what you need, but just in case you don't, let me just tell you, you're going to need 1.5 inch of ribbon, your scissors, and a lighter to burn your ends. So I am going to make a few bows without the tail and a few bows with the tail. So when I am doing my bows without the tail, I cut the ribbon about 14 inches. Now, when I am doing the bows with the tail, I cut my ribbon anywhere from 16 to 18 inches. So I am getting my ribbon together here, and let me go ahead and show you how to do this. Now you just hold your ribbon in between your two fingers, your index and middle finger, and your thumb. Those are the only fingers that you need. You go down, around, up, back around, and then in between, and you pull it over. I know this is a little fast, but I do have that video in which I take my time. I'm going to try to take my time here just to show you guys that you can do this too. It's really simple once you learn how to do it. Now, I'm not going to lie. It took me about 50 million times to learn how to make these bows. So you must have patience. If you don't have patience, then you're not going to be able to make these bows. So I come back over here And I just cut the tails off and then burn the ends so the ribbon doesn't ravel. And I am going to do another bow while my candy is cooking. Take your ribbon and go in between, back in between, and then go in the middle and pull your ribbon out. And now you can see how you are making your bow. And then you're going to pull that back around and go up under the flap. And then you're going to pull the ribbon up and then down to secure. And you're done. I am cutting off my tails, and then I am going to burn the ends so that my ribbon doesn't unravel. And that's it. So these are ribbons with the tail, and then I have some without the tail. So I recommend just watching the video that I posted up earlier on how to make fancy bows. If you're still having a hard time, if you need to push play, pause on that video, do so you can learn how to make these bows too. I'm telling you, once you learn how to make them, you're not going to need any of my videos to show you how to make fancy bows, because it's really easy once you learn. But at the beginning, no, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I had a hard time. So my candy is at 300 degrees. I am ready to dip my apples. Let's get started. So I'm going to add in my color, mix it up in the pot, and dip my apple. So I'm going to dip my apple and place it back down on my silicone mat. So you just hold the Hennessy bottle as your apple stick, and you just dip the apple into the candy mixture. So as you're dipping your apples, you may get candy on the alcohol bottle, and that's totally fine. That's okay. It's totally fine. Okay guys, we're done. So you just bag your apples into a bag, and you hot glue gun your ribbon, and you just place it on the bottle, in between the bottle and the bag. Make sure it's on the bag, and we're done. And you have your decorative, the best infused candy apples. Ta-da! We're done. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to share and like my channel, and tell your friends and family about my channel. Bye-bye.